Hello and welcome to week two. I'm only going to pop up here on camera for a quick second to let you know this is something that I didn't say last week that I wish I had. That you are encouraged to watch these screencasts in intervals and chunks. You don't have to sit down and watch the whole however many minutes long. This one's going to be 13, 14, 15 minutes. Take your time. Okay, so that's all. I just wanted to kind of put a little personal touch on that. But before we get to week two. So, let's have a look at the agenda for the second week of college composition. Now, I've already gone over the SA2 assignment in some fair amount of detail last week, so I'm not going to retread that. But you want to make sure you're still familiar with the SA2 assignment because this week is a lot about SA2, about working on SA2 and even beginning SA3. So read the assignment again. And start writing SA2. I asked you last week to hopefully think about getting started, and hopefully you have. I haven't quite checked yet. You have to have at least one page of your SA2 rough draft completed very, very soon, by Wednesday, June 11th, okay? That's because we're going to do peer review. Now, there's going to be a list here. You can see here, I can click on the link real quick. There's eventually going to be a peer review list. These are, oh, that's the wrong document. I'll have to switch that. There's going to be a list with all the, with your names on it. You're going to have a partner's name. It should be fairly straightforward that you two are going to sort of swap SA2s. This list is going to take me a little bit of time, and that's what this comment over here on the right-hand side is all about. I need time to make sure that all the names on my roster are people who are actually enrolled in the class and actually participating. I don't want to get you stuck with a peer review partner who isn't taking the class anymore. So your patience in that regard will be appreciated in just a little bit. Shouldn't take me much longer. I bet even by the time you're watching this screencast that this has been resolved, and I'm wasting your time talking about it right now. But let's see what else. I have a screencast on peer review that you should watch. And all this is ahead of the first phase of our due dates this week. Basically, this week and one other week, I think it's next week, there are going to be it's going to be multiple due dates. Usually, it's just going to be on Mondays. But given peer review, you want to give feedback and then be able to work with that feedback. So by noon on Wednesday, I need you to provide peer review feedback to your peer review partner. Okay, I have peer review guidelines. I think I have it up already. Yes. Okay, let me make it a little bigger. Okay. I've already made the screencast on peer review, so you can read this again. But this document, you should stick with it. 6 marginal comments. Okay, 2 focus on grammar, word choice, but only 2. Include a link and then an end note to the writer of the rough draft who you're reading. Okay, now the screencast itself, I tinker with documents and assignments a lot in the hopes of improving them with each pass. So if the peer review screencast doesn't completely 100% line up with the document that you got, stick with the document. That's the assignment that I want you to stick a little more closely to. Now here's some extra help for conducting feedback as well. A couple of links here. And then there's also a sample SA2 document. All right, this is a lengthy one. Let me get this up real quick. Okay, Memories of a Home Long Gone. This is by a student named Mickey. Let's see, we'll get rid of the date there. I think that's any of your business. All right. Excuse me. So this is a longer essay, and I did a screencast about it, so you can consult that as well. But this is a nice way to interpret that a place I call home assignment. Okay, so you have all that to do by Wednesday, the 11th. Then by Monday, the 16th, you basically bring SA2 kind of home. You revise or you start working on it. You check your Google Drive document for comments on your rough draft. Revise and prepare SA2's final draft. This is your first, process essay. You want it to perform well. And then we move on to SA3. Okay, we're not on SA2 very long, and likewise, we're not on SA3 very long either. So I have 2 screencasts that are about SA3 and the SA3 assignment here. Searching for causes. All right. I like these assignments. I feel like they kind of speak for themselves. And I definitely have already recorded 2 lengthy screencasts about not only how to organize SA3, what I'm looking for out of the assignment, but also how to choose a good trend to write about, trend or phenomenon to make the subject of your SA3. Okay, So you need to start, as you're finishing essay 2, you also need to start thinking about essay 3. I'm not a big fan of overlapping assignments, but that sort of thing is just unavoidable in the summer. It doesn't happen, I don't think, really at all in my 16-week classes, but this is an 8-week class, and so we got to hustle a little bit. So there's that. You have there's also a Prezi about searching for causes that I also use for the screencast as well for essay 3 organization. Okay, let's see. Completing. So then you also. I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip over a big assignment. Complete brainstorming essay 3 discussion post. It's in Angel. So you see, I'm signed in Angel here. Go to lessons, and then inside lessons, you'll find searching for causes. Inside assignments, you will see brainstorming essay 3, and it's a short prompt. What are you thinking about? Basically, like, what's your brainstorming process? How is research going? Are you finding ways to demonstrate that trend? Potential causes you may explore, that sort of thing. And then any questions you have. That gives me an opportunity to kind of have a conversation, not only with you, but a conversation that everyone else in the class can maybe learn something from. If you're wondering something, if you're struggling with a certain aspect of the assignment, chances are somebody else in the class is struggling with, if not that issue as well, some relevant version of that issue. And so if you really take your time at the with this fourth part and ask any questions that you have, you give us the opportunity to have a more meaningful interaction than we would otherwise, I'd say. So the brainstorming essay 3, there's so many good topics. Oh, there's a plane going overhead. How nice. There are plenty of really good topics for essay 3 that you can choose from. And if you need help, of course, you can email me. Reader response 2. Okay, the same reader response assignment from last week. Maybe I should put a link in here to that same assignment, but you just did reader response 1. You're going to do reader response 2 in much the same way. Exactly the same way, really. And you're going to have, kind of like last time, 3 choices from the textbook: is Google making us stupid, okay, throwing up childhood, and then American consumerism. These are all, I stick a lot more closely to the chapter 10 in Composition of Everyday Life this time with this particular assignment than I did maybe with the essay 2 with the last one. So as you read chapter 10, enjoy, and hopefully you see the connections. I also give you 2 other options to read. Why We Crave Horror Movies by my favorite writer of all time, Stephen King. And you can find it anywhere. There's a PDF I was going to include as a link here. It just makes you can find it with a Google. It's no problem. And then Paler Shade of White by Sasha Frere Jones, who writes for The New Yorker, is their music critic. And interesting article about race and popular rock and roll type music, indie rock in particular. So this is a longer one. If you do read it, I'd be impressed. You would show me that you're a serious reader. But that's more or less up to you. And then always you're going to be encouraged to begin essay 3. So getting ahead is difficult in summer classes, but it's not impossible. So I'm going to keep this screencast nice and short because you have so many other screencasts to watch this week. You're going to hear a lot of my voice. But the one thing I can implore you to do is to can I get my video back up? Okay, I guess I turned the camera off. Let me see. Okay, never mind. You don't need to see my face again. Just send me your email, send me your questions. It's really nice getting to know all of you and going through your first week materials. And by the time you watch this, hopefully I'll have. I'm looking at them as you're composing them, but I try to withhold feedback until they're actually due because I'm a tweaker and a polisher myself. So I want to give you that same opportunity. But if there's anything that's on your mind that you're confused about, I hope you'll email me. Some of you have already contacted me with issues that. But maybe we've resolved pretty easily. At least it seems like on my end we have. So that's great. I hope that you continue to show initiative in this class. This takes a lot of that, a lot of pluck, a lot of sort of personal responsibility. And so far, many of you are showing me that you do indeed have those qualities. That's great. That's a great thing. So wrapping up here, I wish you good luck completing these assignments. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do with Essay 2 and in peer review. And as we go forward with Essay 3, I hope you enjoy that assignment. It's one of my favorite essays to teach, as hopefully you'll see from the other screencasts on Essay 3 that I've composed. They're much more polished than these weekly ones are, and I don't know, I'm enthusiastic about them, so I hope that enthusiasm comes through. Many students write really good papers for Essay 3 because they choose topics that really work out for them. So if you need help with topic selection, please let me know. So okay, I think that'll do, and I look forward to your emails, and I hope you're having a nice day.